Hello, welcome back to JimMurphyMP.com, a way of keeping in touch with local and national politics and news. Ken McIntosh and I have just come back from our weekly advice surgeries, and we've been out campaigning as well. And last night we were at a fundraising do, and I just want to thank everyone who came along to that and helped sponsor it. It was to raise money for Ken's election, and the guest speakers were Ian Gray and David Miliband. And one of the things that David spoke about was the situation in Egypt. The fact is that the announcements over the past few hours doesn't stabilise Egypt, and Egypt's future isn't in the hands of military governance. It can only be, I think, in the hands of democratic reforms coming to Egypt, so that Egypt maintains that moderate outlook, stays open to the West and other moderate Arab states. And I'm confident that that can happen once this violence is calmed down and once the army don't ingrain their control, but in fact pass over power to people, not the kind of mob rule that the army would have us believe is the alternative to them being in power, but democratic reforms that I think will embed a modern Egypt as an outward-looking country. Now, much closer to home, we've had the budget here in East Renfrewshire Council, and I'm pleased that under really difficult circumstances the Council's been able to do a few things in particular. One is that they are guaranteeing £1.75 million for road repairs. We all know as we walk or drive around our area that the roads have been in some difficulty, particularly caused by the terrible weather. So that decision, I think, is really very welcome, and hopefully it means that a repair is coming to a road near you soon. And another, I think, piece of common sense decision, I think, is the decision on music tuition. Myself and Ken McIntosh have been involved in the campaign with many local parents about guaranteeing the funding on music tuition, and I'm glad that Jim Fletcher and the other councillors have listened to the public's concern and protected that tuition funding at current levels. So of course there'll be some funding implications in the future, but it's good news, I think, as are things like the living wage, which I think is a real improvement, and decisions on classroom assistance. Of course there's some difficult decisions caused by the financial situation the country faces itself in, but well done on those decisions in particular. The last thing to really say is that next week, back to London, back to the House of Commons, and starts off the week with a statement on Afghanistan. Liam Fox is Secretary of State for Defence, and myself will be having a debate in Afghanistan in the Chamber on Monday. And in truth, debate's probably the wrong word. Liam Fox will be doing the quarterly update about the situation in Afghanistan, and as a Labour Party we strongly support what the government's trying to achieve. It's a continuation of so much of what we were trying to succeed in Afghanistan. It's an opportunity to, yes, pay tribute to the armed forces, the 10,000 of our armed forces who are in Afghanistan, but also to hear a little bit more, I hope, about a peace process in Afghanistan, because the truth is there isn't a military solution to what's happening there. The military role is fundamentally important, but stability will only come to Afghanistan when we manage to find some sort of process that involves the Afghan government. And while it's, I don't enjoy saying this, also with the Taliban, moderate elements of the Taliban, and that we have some sort of national governance there, supported by the international community and our funds and our support, and we move away from a military phase over the next few years towards a much more diplomatic phase. But in the meantime, the work that our forces are doing there is fundamental, crucially important, and the military surge and the bravery of our armed forces, which are renowned across the world, is so essential for the future of the vulnerability of that country of Afghanistan. So I think the debate on Monday, the discussion on Monday, will be an opportunity for MPs of all parties to just think some more and get some answers from government about the situation in Afghanistan. And I'll update a blog, I think, in the next few days after that discussion in Parliament. Thanks so much. As usual, get in touch on through email, through Facebook, through Twitter, or by writing to me at the House of Commons. All the best. Cheerio. Bye-bye.